sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Silicon Valley. And with a foghorn sounding behind us, that can only mean one thing, and that is it's time for football at Levi Stadium in Santa Clara. Today we hit double digits, week 10, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Los Angeles Rams taking on the San Francisco 49ers. On the Rams sideline is Sean McVay. His guys victorious a week ago, trying to make it 2 in a row here. Opposite him, the Niners' Kyle Shanahan. His guys ready to show out in front of the home fans as they try to send them home happy at the end of this one. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. And they'll be led out by their 7th-year quarterback.
And for how good he is throwing the ball, it's his running that makes him so dangerous. He had a couple of touchdowns on the ground in last week's game, so we'll see what they dial up for him for this one.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A good start. One play, 10 yards.
That's good for a Rams first down. It's a gain of 10. And
so from the 36 now, first and 10. Throwing Jones. And this will be swung out here for Kyler. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And it's second down.
Brings up second and 5.
Connor up the middle. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Now Jones. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
It's
now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Niners will go on offense. First and 10. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. They'll be led out by their 6'4" quarterback, the former #1 overall pick in 2015, Jameis Winston.
Throughout his career, few have doubted Jameis Winston's ability to throw the football. The concerns, they've always centered around his accuracy and taking care of it. When he makes good decisions on the field, excellent numbers usually result.
Play fake. Winston. He has it complete to Christian Watson. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Now it's a bootleg with Winston. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. Here's second and 10.
Incomplete. It's now second and 10 at the 30-yard line.
On the ground, here's the 4th-round pick from April's draft. And they'll stop him after a gain of a couple to the 33. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Now Winston. And he fins up, but now he's swallowed up and taken down. The former 3rd-round pick, Justin Jones, bringing the lumber that time.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways, and right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here is away. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. The Rams offense and their quarterback coming out for their second drive. And he's been a real threat in the red zone and beyond. As you take a look at the NFL leaders in rushing touchdowns by a QB, you'll notice he's worked his way into the top 5 at this point in the season. Got a man complete to Cedric Wilson. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
And the Rams, first down.
Moore, the man in motion.
A gain of 13 yards.
Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 44-yard line.
They'll stay on the ground with Connor again. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. This defense for the Niners, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball? Or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
That's good for a Rams. First down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
19 more yards.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
First down. A gain of 19 yards. First down.
They run behind center with Connor. He had to fight that time. Ran through 1 tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He's going to find his receiver, Chris Moore. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Chris Moore, his first touchdown on the year. And the Rams will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC.
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And able to get this out to the 25. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their 2nd drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs. Because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 10.
Winston now. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away.
Fair catch.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over.
At their own
Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Pass caught by Phantom. And he will force his way forward for a yard or 2, but I have a good feeling this will be coming back. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Looking to throw. Jones. Screen pass to Connor. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago. Now 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd down.
Off the bootleg. Jones. Out to the right here to Wilson. Unable to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
It's a gain of 20. First down, Rams.
Off the bootleg. Jones. These two teams, remember, met in Inglewood earlier in the year with the Rams coming out on top. So a win here in Santa Clara would give them the season series. On the handoff, Connor. And a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A.
First down. First and 10.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Here's the first carry for Khalil Herbert. And he stopped immediately there. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 42-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Jones. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And unfortunately, he's able to reel it back in, but it's going to go down as a big loss here on the play. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. Taking it about the 16. 35 yards that time on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 17 carries, 67 yards, and a touchdown.
Has 9 rushing touchdowns on the season, so a lot of credit has to go to the rest of the offense because you know those big guys up front are doing work. But now, the goal is to get the tape. And don't for a second think that the defense doesn't know that. They'd like to do their best to keep them out of the end zone in this one.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Hands it off out of the gun. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Jameis to throw it. That's caught. Puka Nacua. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 55 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Here's Winston. Now they go screen. It's complete. A good display of footwork. It gets him just inside the 5 to the 4.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
On second down, they'll run it here. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
Brought down at the 2-yard line. A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 1.
And they'll keep leaning on the run game back to the ground. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. 1 yard is the gain. And the 49ers are set up now with a 1st and goal. Looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. Scalaboo will get into the end zone for a 49er touchdown. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Rams ready to go on offense. The last series form a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one up to around the 33. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Again, it's Connor. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
A 4-yard pickup on the play.
Here's a handoff to Connor. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of the good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. The Rams on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. Back to throw. Jones. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the #1 thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we got them set up so well for play action. Now's the time to take a shot. But you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kept it on the ground.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he did not want to go down there as he carries tacklers for a solid gain of 9. In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 7 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
At the Rams' 31-yard line.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down. Now Winston. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That one goes for 24 yards.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down. Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I know we're just in the 2nd quarter and there's a ways to go in this game, but that's his 2nd drop. I'm wondering if that's a little bit of an alarm bell for them when they start calling plays on the offensive side of the ball.
His eyes already looking upfield on that last one before he brought it in. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the 1st down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. From the 24 now, here's a 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Off the bootleg, Jones. This will be caught downfield by Moore. Touchdown, LA! Chris Moore with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Rams have retaken the lead. What a first half he is compiling here. He's already over 100 yards receiving and now 2 touchdowns, CD.
Brandon, you know I don't like to play the game where you start projecting when you're at a certain point. Well, let's face it, he's off to a tremendous start. So 200 yards, 4 touchdowns. I don't think anything's out of the question right now. He's blowing up coverages. You've got to double him every snap. Otherwise, he's going to defeat you on almost every play.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Niners offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And as a play caller, when you've got a guy who's running like this, you lean on him and your offensive line. He's had big hole after big hole to run through in this first half. Going to be taken in here by Nakua. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. gun. He'll hand this off. And he put up a good fight, but he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. To throw, Winston. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. They need 2. Here's 3rd down.
A gain of 11. It's
Winston.
now 3rd and 2.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Michael Dixon in punt formation.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away.
The Rams take over first.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Now 2nd and 5. Looking to throw. Jones. He'll get this to Connor underneath. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
A gain of 12 yards. That's good.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Operating from the gun, Jones. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Wilson. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jones. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And the 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt. They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. The Niners ready to go on offense for the final time in this first half. And with decent starting field position, there may be only a couple completions away from field goal range. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Winston. A short one there taken in by Ferguson. Now San Francisco, they call their 2nd timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. To throw is Winston. He's across midfield. And a little spin cycle. Room to run now. And finally brought down at the 31-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away. The kick by Elliott is good. And that will do it for this first half. So a tight one so far. 1-point game at the break as we check in with Scott Hansen at our halftime report. Scott.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome into the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you on an abridged halftime report. Good competitive first half. This game kind of has a punch-counterpunch feel to it, as reflected on the scoreboard. Tight game going into the second half. Can either team pull away? To find out, let's go back to the stadium and our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Scott, thank you. And this one's still anybody's game. We'll see who can come out with a hot hand in this second half as we are about to get underway. And they will wrangle him down a couple of yards shy of the 30. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. Well, out of the locker rooms here they come. Their first drive of the third quarter. And, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went into half and looked at their play sheet and said, these are the plays we really like. What do you say we use them to start the second half and get us going?
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Here's Winston. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have the Niners first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Throwing, Winston. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll work this one out to about the 38.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And his throw here is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. Pass complete there to the 2. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th. From the shotgun, it's Winston. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. So here are the Rams to take over. They've got the lead right now as they start this drive 1st and 10. Of course, remember they beat the Saints a week ago, so some good momentum rolling right now. And a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. 57 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
First and 10 at the 40.
Veteran running back like him, we've seen a lot of those chunk carries in his career.
And that's why you don't just look at his birth certificate and decide when a guy is done, right? Because you know as well as I do, in this league, as soon as you hit 30, they're looking to let you go if you're a running back. Sometimes there's a little tread left on the tires.
From the 38 now, here's a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Niners.
Throwing Jones. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
And 7 yards to go.
Now Jones. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. Would have been a decently long field goal, 51 yards from here, but instead they're going to go for it. They'll run for it with Connor. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. And obviously they want that run yardage, so they decline the penalty.
No doubt about it. Smart on their part. They finished off the play. But if you're going to jump, if you're going to commit a penalty, it's your job to finish off the play so you don't give up big gains like that.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Now he'll tuck this and run. Jones hit, and the ball's out. But it looked like a Rams player was able to get his hands on it, yes. So they will hold on to the football indeed. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands? Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
First and 10, it's Herbert. And they get to him quickly here as he stops right around the 13. Zach Ball there on the tackle. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 9 here. Back to throw. Jones. And he'll get inside the 10, but he's short of the line he needed. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it'll be 4th down.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he has to get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed down him quickly and held him to a short game.
And Gay knocks this one through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Now a hit and a loose football. And San Francisco gets set to go here. They're coming off a 4th down gamble that last drive that backfired CD, but really not as badly as it could. Their defense held up and only gave up 3 points.
And what they want to do is play off the momentum the defense gave them. Only giving up the 3 points in that situation after they failed on 4th down. Now they want to make it pay off. They want to pay homage to the defense and have their own drive pay off in points for themselves.
2nd and 10.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. Again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. 2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. Winston now. And this will be broken up and incomplete. Now a penalty flag down, and they may be going backward here. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
The Rams offense and Daniel Jones set to take over again. And this defense has got to be at its wits' end, trying to come up with ways to keep him contained. He's had so many opportunities to tuck it and go, and he's turned a number of those opportunities into big plays. They go play action here on 1st down. That's complete to Peoples-Jones. 2nd and 10.
Their gain on the play brings up 2nd and 10.
Play action. Jones. Short throw underneath to Hurst. That'll give him 8 that time. And now we've got a 3rd and 3.
Yards on the pickup. And this is 3rd.
Looking to throw. Jones. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the 1st. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the 1st.
That's good for a Rams 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup.
Looking to throw. Jones. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. And he goes goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Herbert powering up the middle. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At the 49ers' 23-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Jones. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. Kalijah Kancey able to record his 5th sack of the season. And the attempt at 3 will have to come from the other end of the field as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's the Rams out in front here. They've got control of the football as well as we get set for the 4th quarter.
A 46-yard attempt.
Gay's kick is good. High fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position. But it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his athletes put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
It's a loss of a yard.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Now Winston. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 11.
They're going to look to throw. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on for the 5th time here today. Fielded just inside the 20. Good blocking there, and nearly sprung him. As it is, it will go as a 19-yard return. The visitors' offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes the right read seemingly every time. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. Ball on the 40 now. Here's a 2nd down and 9. Back to throw. Jones. And they get to it after a gain of 6 to the 46.
It's a gain of 7. And this is 3rd down.
The Rams on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Looking to throw. Jones. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Micah Parsons with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of 7. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shot of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Now they have a little more space to maneuver from the 15, 1st and 10. Keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's taken down before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 122 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
From the gun, Winston. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. 2nd and a couple.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
They'll run straight ahead with Wilson. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
On the tackle. Brings up 3rd down.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Winston sneaking it. And he is going to have the 49ers first down, at least at first glance, as they spot the football just beyond the marker. They find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
And here's a handoff out of the gun. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 38-yard line.
Jameis to throw it. Over the middle, complete. It's Ferguson. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive.
A gain of 5 brings up 3rd.
Here's Winston. And it is caught. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle is going to be made at the Rams' 33.
And the 49er first down.
A handoff as they run the counter play. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Now they'll hand it off to Wilson. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
At the 6. Brings up 2nd and 4. At the 12-yard line.
A handoff as they run the counter play. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
49er first down. 1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
They'll try to throw now. Winston. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 6-yard line.
Now Winston. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. The coverage good, the pressure good, leads to the sack, and it's 3rd and goal now.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Back to throw here. That's to the left sideline and incomplete.
It's been a tough go for him. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, it's going to lead to a 4th down. Well played.
A 31-yard attempt.
The kick by Elliott is good. And that'll bring him back within 4. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. From the 38, Jones. Screen pass to Connor. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Back to throw. Jones. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Micah Parsons picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
This has turned into an absolute week to forget for this quarterback. Multiple sacks, paired that with multiple turnovers. As far as he's concerned, if he ever sees this defense again, it'll be way too soon.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And we have reached the 2-minute warning. Winston readies the offense. Down 20-16, a minute 55 remaining. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down. Watson making the catch. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 2nd and 6 coming up.
At the 31-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Winston. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left, roll him out, bootleg him, do some different things so they can't just rely on the fact that he's going to take 3 to 5 steps back in the pocket and line up and throw the football.
Yeah, current formula is not working right now. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a 3rd situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
The Rams go victory formation as they take the knee. Well, you really can't ask for much more than what we just had here. Not only a close game that went down to the wire, Charles, but a clean one, too. No turnovers in this contest.
And I think you're exactly right about that. To me, this is just a pair of offenses trying to find the slightest bit of separation from each other. And they were both hoping that the other side would make the big mistake first. But today, neither side made that mistake. And what we got, a very entertaining game throughout.
So for the Rams, it's an important win for their postseason hopes as they at least get back to 4-5. And they'll get another road date next week. Meanwhile, for the 49ers, add one more loss to the column. That drops them to a woeful 1-9 so far. And And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take on the Cardinals. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.